Azahara, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Serpil? Hold on. I think my video is not on. I'm gonna switch it on now. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Finally, we made it. It's lovely to meet you. Thank you.
How are you? Nice to meet you. How is it going there?
It's good. It's good. We're lucky. Well, situation is not great with the pandemics, but we personally are good. We're home with family, so we're very blessed. I can tell. How about you? How is it like?
It's the same here. Situations are the same. Just we are following up the numbers. It's if it's increasing or not. But I hope that the new year will bring us more health, success,
Hopefully.
peace, and especially focusing on health. Sure, because this year we understand that we need to be grateful for everything, whatever we have. Otherwise, the rest is nothing, just health. We need to take care of ourselves, our family, and focus on and give importance to our health more. Yeah, but personally, the health is okay. My family is okay, thanks to God, and no COVID so far. But it doesn't mean that we will not be affected in the upcoming days. Just protecting ourselves as the other people do, and obeying the rules, the restrictions of the government is giving us. So that's happening. The same problem that the world is suffering.
Yeah. Sadly so, but I'm glad that you're okay.
Thank you so much. And another thank you for accepting my interview request. And I'm so happy. I feel like it's the first time I'm interviewing because it's really good to know new people, new colleagues, and to be introduced by LinkedIn, by Instagram. It's really good and very exciting, to be honest. I have full of patience to have more interview.
Well, thank you. It's very exciting. When you told me about your project, I thought it was really great so that we can get to know all the fellow assistants from all over the planet. So it's a really good initiative on your end. So thank you for having me.
As I indicated in my text that this project is aiming for to increase the consciousness of this job profile. I'm nothing individually, but we can make a great sound by being together to get connected. So, and also increase, as I said, the consciousness, the bad consciousness on this job profile. We need to show, we need to prove that this position is very crucial, as crucial as general manager position, maybe the same level, but we will make it together with this kind of interviews. Thank you so much.
Thank you for doing all of this.
I don't want to take you longer here. I know that it's Sunday, tomorrow work time. Let me introduce myself at first a little bit. My name is Serpil Soykan. I have experience around 20 years, I'm going to say, as of today. And I love my job a lot, this job profile. And I am at textile sector at the moment. And I told you why this project is aiming for. And I wish you to introduce yourself to us, who you are, what you are doing.
So my name is Azahara Garcia. I've been doing, I've been an executive assistant / PA / office manager for about 7 years now. And most of my professional life has been in London. So I lived there for 15 years and I recently moved to Spain. So now I work at a really good startup in Madrid, and it's a very disruptive, groundbreaking startup on the power electronics industry. And I'm working with engineers, I'm working with computer programmers, graphic designers, all sorts of very interesting mathematicians and science-oriented people. So it's a really good opportunity now to get into the startup scene, which I've never been in. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We will just talk about generally about executive assistant job description. I have 3 questions, the same questions like I asked the other colleagues. And would you please tell us one of your day? You get into the office and what you are doing. Of course, it's changing every day. We are not doing stable things, but just approximately what you are
Okay.
doing.
So the role I'm doing at the moment is not very admin based. It used to be in other companies, but here it's more about when I get into the office, I need to be prepared to, first of all, make contact with my CEO, whom I support, and have a quick chat to see where his mind is, what's the top thing in his mind, and his, I would say, top 3 to 4 priorities. We don't do it every day, but when I come into the office, mostly I make sure that we cross paths, that we have a chat, and to align myself with his business goals, because my workload will be depending on the priorities of the business, and that will be very closely linked to his vision. So very changing, and there are no 2 days the same. So I will be constantly pivoting. I might be in the middle of something, and then suddenly there's a bigger priority because he comes out and says we need to do something different. Then I need to be pivoting all the time with him. It's not for the faint-hearted, but it's more stimulating and it's more interesting, and it gives you more experience. It gives me more life than other positions that have been more admin based, I would say.
Thank you so much. And the second question is, what's the secret of your success? And what capabilities an executive assistant must have to develop herself or to climb the stairs and having the career path?
Well, I'm quite early. Well, I wouldn't say early, but 7 years is not a long span of time. I see more colleagues having 10 to 15 years experience, but I would say the most important thing that I've found in my experience has been to be resilient, because so many times it might seem that the work that you do as an executive assistant is not fully appreciated. So many times it happens that you get more and more demands, but no one comes and tells you, yeah, this is great. You have to be very resilient. Sometimes you will be working on something very invested, very hard, and then your boss will come and say, this doesn't serve us anymore. And you'll have to, move on very quickly and forget about it. You have to be very resilient in the sense that you don't have to cling on to that. You have to
Exactly.
pivot quickly, be very flexible, and not, you have to get yourself out of the way. You have to do your job, and you have to put your ego aside every day. If you don't do that, then you're in for a lot of trouble, I'd say.
Exactly. I agree.
But yeah, that's pretty much resilience and getting your ego out the way. I like to say I'm kind of like a Swiss knife to my executive. You ask for a skill, you ask for a resource. If I don't have it, I will find it. But I'm not a machine, obviously, but I cannot be the center of attention, because it's not about me, it's about the business. So that's the most important bit, I would say.
Thank you so much. And the last question is, what can be the suggestions of yours to pass through us, to your colleagues, to the guys, to the ladies at universities, the next generation of executive assistant? Time to time, as per requirements here, I'm giving seminar to students at universities and high school. They have lots of questions in their minds, especially the males, because males think that the executive assistant job profile is just referring to ladies, but it's not right, and they have lots of questions. They just think that this position is just answering the phones and receiving the post and welcoming the guests, that's it, and they don't have an idea. They just read it on the box. What can be the suggestions you can give? It's also to us. We need to also learn from each other.
So I would say get to know your role fully, because many times you will be hired as an executive assistant, and sometimes the people who hire you don't fully know what an executive assistant can bring to the table. It might be they need admin support for a time, but then it might be that you work very hard, very well, and they realize that they can give you more responsibility and take a bit of a load off their shoulders. You have to remember executives are very, very busy individuals. They don't have time for all the things they have to do most of the time. So to have someone at hand that can cover some of that, it's a big relief, and that's what you're in for. So get to fully know the role that you are hired to do. Understand what they want you to do, what their expectations are, and then get to know the company that you're working in. That's when you're hired to do the role in a particular position. If you are an aspiring executive assistant, I would say brush up your skills, because it's no longer enough with knowing your MS Office and a bit of English. You have to really be on top of your game. Get to really learn what technologies are used at the moment. Video conferencing, everything is digital now. So you need to be thinking about how do you make what you need to do digital. In the COVID era, we've gone through a lot of video conferencing to hold meetings, parties, and team building activities, conferences of all sorts. So it's all changed now. So I would say get your experience going, but brush up your skills, really invest in yourself, in your training, and don't be scared to put a bit of money in, because it will pay off in the end. Whatever you're learning now, you will be able to really elevate yourself.
Thank you so much, Azahara. I am done with my questions, and really thank you for adding value to our project, because I call it our project. I do nothing personally, but all together we are doing lots of things to increase the consciousness, and I really appreciate your support. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure. After COVID, if you will be traveling to Turkey, I will be so happy to do anything for you.
I will be so happy. Yeah, if when the time is right, I will definitely come visit, because it's one of my to-do tasks that I haven't covered yet. So yeah, I would really love to.
I will really to do anything for you here. You have a home, you have a friend here. Anytime you need my help. Thank you.
You're very kind. Same for you in Spain.
Take care and stay healthy.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.